All right, good morning, everyone. Happy Saturday. Starting just a little bit late today from normal, which is normally 10 o'clock Pacific. Had my first day to sleep in like 2 weeks, and I enjoyed it. So we're gonna start now instead of we've been doing 9 kind of lately, off and on, but what the heck? We'll start back at 10 and a little after in this case. So, who is this Moosestaffa man I'm watching? He's a muppet of a man. That's who he is. Flight Sim Stream, how's it going? David Rothmiller, good to see you. Kelsey, how you doing? Captain Tim and David also in TeamSpeak at the moment. How are you guys doing this morning?
Good morning, 5x5, and upright and taking nourishment.
Wonderful. We're going to be flying because, as Captain Tim so aptly suggested, today is 7/27 on the calendar, July 27th. So it's only fitting that we fly the 727. So we're going to do that today. We're going to be over on the East Coast. We're going to be doing some East Coast hops, or hops, or however you want to say it. Anyway, we're going to go from we're sitting here in LaGuardia at the moment, and we're going to go down. We're going to do a little shuttle flight down to Washington D.C., land at Reagan DCA, and then take it back up there from there rather up to Boston, or at least that's going to be the plan. We'll see how that goes. So we're sitting here in the American Airlines livery 727-100 in its nice shiny metal livery, which is always cool looking to see that. And they did a great job modeling this thing. I don't have any really custom liveries aside from the default for the X-Plane stuff yet. I'm still kind of building that. I actually wanted to try to do Swift today, but I started opening it up this morning, and there's a lot to do to get it ready, and I didn't have that kind of time. So I'm going to work on that later, but eventually I'd like to get away from X Squawkbox for VATSIM and do the Swift client, primarily because I can put that on the other screen. It doesn't have to be up here all the time and whatever. So um, today's your last day in Panama, huh? Awesome. We'll have a safe flight home when you finally do come back. SideQuest, good to see you, man. Welcome. Happy Saturday. You're flying with me, but we'll be on and off due to a driver's ed program. Oh, cool. Gonna learn how to drive, huh? Nice. It's a nice big step. I could not wait to learn how to drive when I was a teenager. So, and I still love driving. So there you go. Anyway, so let's get into it. We need to do some flight planning first, and it takes a little bit of extra care and finesse because we fly this bird the old-fashioned way. I don't use the default FMS for this thing. We're going to be doing it slant whiskey, which is basically slant alpha with RVSM. Although on this first leg, we don't really need to worry about RVSM because I don't think we're going to climb up that high. It's such a short little flight. I don't think we're going to get above flight level 290. So um, we'll still file the slant whiskey though, just in case. You're the unusual. I didn't care really for driving. You're not alone though. Actually, a lot of the younger generation, like below me, uh, just has an apathy for driving. I don't know what it is. I don't know what changed all of a sudden, but suddenly they didn't care. And my generation, it was like all we could do to get the keys. I think part of it represented a level of freedom that I guess is felt to be there inherently without the need to drive. I don't know. So nowadays, but who knows? Um, I'm a professional driver and I hate driving. Well, all walks of life, it goes different ways. So no more shopping. Well, yeah, but that's not the reason any of us really desired to. I mean, it was all about, going out and hanging with your friends and the freedom of the road. And I don't know. I digress. Anyway, let's let's take a look over here at where's my tablet? Where's my tablet? There you are. We're going to look over here at SimBrief. So SimBrief doesn't have a 727-100 option, so we're going to take their numbers with a grain of salt. And so I've given it based on what I loaded up in the FlyJSim here, 78 passengers, 2,500 pounds of cargo, and a final zero fuel weight of 105.7 thousand pounds. It's given us a route today, Biggie J75 MXE to the Clipper 2 arrival into DCA. And so we need to look at this and see how much of this we can keep and how much of this we have to do differently because we don't have the ability to fly to things like Biggie unless it's got references that we can use. So we're going to come over here to Navigraph. And we're going to look in the at the map here. And, well, actually, first of all, we're just going to pull up LaGuardia. So KLGA. And we're going to go to our trusty dusty map. We're going to look at our SIDs first of all out of here. So we want to avoid everything that says RNAV because we are not RNAV capable. So all of these are right out. The LaGuardia 5 departure, in fact, is the only one that is not RNAV. And it's probably just fly to waypoint, which is usually what those are. And yes, and there are a lot of them, as it turns out. So what we will probably do, first of all, it'd be nice to know, this is a mess, it'd be nice to know what we can expect to get out of here for takeoff. So let's look at our weather right quickly. That's X-Plane, that's not my weather, that's my weather. Let's see, conditions in LaGuardia, KLGA. And we're looking at the moment at 10-mile visibility. Let's see, where is it? 170 at 11 for the winds. 10-mile visibility broken at 5,500 TCU. What's the? I don't remember that one. Captain Tim, TCU, Tango Charlie uniform after a cloud layer.
Towering cumulus.
Thank you. Broken at 8,500. Broken at 11,000. Broken at 25,000. Temperature 29, dew point 18. Altimeter 3023. Okay. Towering cumulus. All right. Fun. Okay, so 170 at 11. Let's look back then at our airport and see what we want to use. So given that, 22 it would make the most sense. Both the runways are about the same length, so that's nice, 7,000 feet each. One has 2 extra feet on it. Ooh. So yeah, so we'll plan for 22 out of here because that's closest for our winds. So looking back then at the LaGuardia 5, if we plan to go 22, we got to make a sharp turn here to avoid the traffic for JFK and the like. So we're going to make a turn this way. Voila, to looks like 070, I'm guessing is what that's sending us on. And let's see, let's look down here, 22. Climbing left turn to heading 070, maintain 5,000. Okay. And then basically we can then fly to our next waypoint. So we're going to be going out somewhere this way. Robbinsville is an option. Solberg is an option. Pottstown's an option.
Sierra Bravo Juliet.
Yeah, you're right, because there's Biggie right there. So good call. So yeah, so we will do Solberg, which is Sierra Bravo Juliet, as aptly stated by Captain Tim. So let's do that. So let's add that to our thing here, Sierra Bravo Juliet. And then
we also have ATC at LaGuardia and ground.
Oh, we do now. Okay, that's cool. Good to know. So Sierra Bravo Juliet, and then Biggie is 237 degrees from there, but we're not really going to, without a reference to Biggie, I don't think we're going to be able to really use it so much. Let me go back to the general map here. There's Biggie right there. And actually, it is right along J75, which is the radial, so we actually might be okay there. Because the next point was Modena MXE. So actually, let's just do that. It'd be SBJ to MXE, which is in there as well. We'll just eliminate the Biggie part of it, and the J75, it's kind of implied at that point. So SBJ, MXE, and then Clipper 2 is what they want to give us into DCA, which I have a feeling that's probably RNAV as well. But let's go look at that. Where am I? KDCA. And we're going to pull this up. And Clipper 2 is RNAV. Yeah, so that is right out. So we've got the Iron 7, we've got the Nummy 3. Those are our options. So let's see what each of those guys are. That is from the wrong direction. So we don't want the Iron 7. What's the Nummy 3? The Nummy 3 is a little better for our route of flight anyway. Well, kind of. Oh yeah, there we go, yeah. Alright, so where are we? Let me analyze this real quick and just see where it's bringing me to. This is MXE, right? Yeah. So we're coming in from, actually, none of these is really great. What's this point here? Nays. Let me see here. Yeah, none of these are really great for this, is it? Really, we want to basically hit Armel, and then we can do the river if that's what the winds are going to suggest, or we'd come down to Nummy and come up from the south there. But this is all the way out of Bucko. It's a long way to go out to do that, so I don't know that that's really the best plan. But doesn't really seem. What was the clipper? Let me just see what that was doing. Huh. Oh, I see what it had us do. It was doing one of those. Okay, and then come back around. What do the? Let's look at the weather real quick in DCA here. KDCA 160 at 8. Okay, so we basically do want to land from the north, so that answers that. So we will be doing a river approach, which will be cool. That's what we want to do. That's the point of doing DCA. And that's MXE. Okay. So I think what we'll do, let's do this then. If we do MXE to Baltimore, which kind of mimics the Clipper without all the RNAV points on it, that gets us pretty stinking close. And then we can cut over toward the river. Let's see here. Let's go back to this here. So there's DC. What we got here is options for the. That's Dulles. We in high? Oh, we're in route high. That's why. Give me the low. Give me the low. Not that really changed anything. Well, you know what we could do. Well, no, we can't because of the restricted airspace. That would not end well. We don't want Trump coming after us. Actually, we could do that. Let's do that. Let's do. Let's go from Baltimore to Andrews Camp. Andrews Camp Springs, right there. Andrews Air Force Base. And then we'll swing around subtly from Washington D.C. to join the river approach and come in that way. Because that way we avoid this. There's nothing really good up here. We can kind of avoid Dulles' airspace over that way. So let's do that. So we'll do where'd it go? ADW. So BAL, ADW, and then basically in and around. So I'm gonna say BAL, ADW. We're gonna eliminate the Clipper 2. There we go. Yeah, we'll just swing around to do the river. The river visual, because the weather in DC at the moment, a few clouds at 3,500, 10-mile visibility, so we'll be good on visual, so that's good. All right, let's do that. That works for me. So we will generate that. Yes, please. By the way, we're already on VATSIM. I'm at gate, I think D6 in LaGuardia, if you're curious. So you don't end up on tops of me. All right. Wow, you really think we're gonna get up to 280? That seems excessive. So it's a short flight. Okay, I don't think we're gonna get there, but all right. It wants 19,500 pounds of fuel. Airtime, yeah, see, airtime's only 36 minutes, and you want us to get to 280? Block time about an hour, just over an hour. And we've already got our loads set. So let's... Actually, it may not let me do this.
Hey, Moose.
Yes, sir.
Well, what runway you planning at Dulles? Or at Reagan?
The river one, the southern one, whatever it's called, 18 or 19.
You know, if I might make a suggestion here.
You may.
J75 do Brinks and then Brinks DCA, and we'll just pick it up.
What's Brinks?
Or Binks. It's a waypoint on J75.
Stand by. J75. Where'd it go? I have to find my other waypoint. That's Potsdam.
Binks is pretty much due north of DCA.
Okay, that'll help.
Because you go into Andrews, you're on the wrong side of the approach.
Well, yeah, I know, but the other side wasn't giving me any points I could really use to get close enough to see it. Let's see, high en route. Oh, there's Binks, I see. J75. How far off of... See, my only concern with that is... what is that? We're 8, 22... 39. I'm worried about losing the VOR before I get to Binks, and then I have no reference as to when I'm actually there. Because J75 doesn't keep its... What's the next down? Oh, that's pretty far away too. The Gordonville. Well, we can try it and see. We can, we'll use some good old-fashioned dead reckoning and see if we can't make it happen. Yeah, that's a good idea. Let's do that. Alright, so we're going to edit this real quick. Edit. And so SBJ, MXE, and then we'll do Binks. There we go. Alright. And regenerate, yes. There you go. Do. Try to prepare the missiles. DC-6? What? We'll be able to join the stream on Wednesday. Nice. Hey, Fort Doctor, how's it going? No, I haven't set up the heist thing yet. I need to look at that and see what that is. Because, yeah, that's a thing I can turn on as well. A grain of asphalt? What? I don't know what that means. Alright. Okay. Let me just try to pre-file this. I don't know if it will let me. Live streaming on twitch.tv/ oops, spelled Moosestaffa wrong. Moosestaffa. There we go. Because it might go, you're already in there. Oh, hey, it worked. Alright. Huzzah. Huzzah! And then I'm also going to do this. Well, it's... Actually, you know what? Does it look for those? Flight plan. What's it wanting? Flight plan files. That's helpful. Let me see if it's, no, it'll read those. Okay, good. Download. Save. Active Sky. Load. Nope. Nope. There we go. LGA DCA. There you are. Haha. Alright. And 19, 120. I was going to 19.5 like before. So let me turn off the tablet. And we'll go back to the cockpit here. And we'll pull up this. Actually, this is not where I do fuel, is it? Or is it? Oh, yes, it is. All right, so right now we've got 25,000 pounds is 47% fuel in this thing? Really? That seems high, but okay. Let's see, how do I... That's not where I do fuel. I guess it is. Oh, right. Haha, there we go. 19,510, there we go. That works for me. So optimum altitude is 37,000 feet, really. Okay. We're not going up that high anyway. Did it still give me 280? It did. Let's see. Max takeoff is 160,000 pounds. Our gross weight right now is 127, so we are below even max landing weight, so we have no issues. So that's good. Okay. Alrighty. And that's pre-filed, so we can now go into Squawk Box, send flight plan. Can I fetch this from anywhere? I guess not. Well, that's lame. See, this is why Squawk Box sucks. Okay. So, aircraft type none. Oh, yeah, no, we're not heavy. We are IFR. We are not slant Lima. We're slant whiskey. We are going from KLGA to KDCA. Our alternate, I believe, is Pittsburgh. KPIT. Cruise is 280. We'll leave all that the same. Departure time. What time is it? It would be 17:30, so we'll call it 17:55 just for the sake of argument. Flight time is, we'll call it 0. I can't even do that. All right, so 1 hour, fine. Oh, I see. 0 hours, and we'll call it 40 minutes. Fuel, 2 hours, sure. Good enough for me. And so we're doing SBJ to MXE to Binks is our route. Streaming on Twitch, yes. Okay. I think that's all good. What it doesn't have in here is my call sign. Where do I put that? How did it know? Am I missing that somewhere? Oh, I did that when I logged on. That's right. Okay. So I'll send that. Okay. There we go. Okie dokie. All right, let's get power in this bird. Let's get moving. Let us get moving. So we're gonna turn on the battery. And let's see. One of these things. That's the GPU cart. And so we're gonna say standby mode to there. External power is on. Boom. There we go. And we should get some air pressure because I hooked up the air cart too. So we'll see if that. That's APU blade, so maybe not. Maybe it doesn't come through here. I don't remember. Maybe it just comes through in general. Okay. Don't look in front of you. There isn't a 717. You're right. There's not. At least I don't see anything. You are correct. All right, we're gonna just open the interconnect. We're gonna turn on the B pumps and open the interconnect. We're in normal at the moment. Actually, ground off is where I want that to be at. We're gonna be at 28. We'll set 7. Let's see here. Just going to test our fuel quantities here real quick, make sure all of our fuel gauges are working appropriately. And it looks like fuel is pretty equal on all the engines, so we're just going to burn tank to engine. Galley power, we'll put that on. This guy go... No, I guess not. Okay. He's over there. I don't know. I don't know. We'll set you to 5,000. And parking brake is set. Good. Do a fire test there. Fire test is good. Let's come to the overhead panel. Stall warning. That definitely works. And let's see. I'm going to turn that on floodlight. It's all set. Emergency lights go out. Let's turn on the window heats. There we go. And seatbelt signs and no smoking signs on. I'm just going to check our anti-ice lighting here. We're good there. Want those off still at the moment. And which one is my navigation light? There we go. So navs are on. And we need to set our altimeter, which I don't remember from earlier what it was. 3023. Set there. I thought there was a way to... Oh, you know what? I think it's done over here. Yokes. There we go. Poof, they are gone. It's a magic trick. Alright. 3023 on the standby. And on his. There we go. Excellent. Okay, so our first order of business is to set up our nav radios appropriately here. So I'm going to open up my flight plan just to look at my headings and things. So our first waypoint is that SBJ, which is 112.90. So we're going to set that as our first point here. 112. Oops. 112.90. Oh, I see how this works. Okay, never mind. 112.90, that's active. The next one is MXE, which is 113.20. So that's ready to go over there. And then that's really it. But I do also, I'm going to put in the code for DCAs. Where'd you go? That's Baltimore. Where's Washington? Washington, D.C. is 111.00, so we're going to have a reference.
Hey, Moose.
Yes, sir?
According to the LaGuardia ground, they are departing runway 13.
What is wrong with people? Why can't they look at winds and see what's going on?
They are landing runway 22.
See, they're idiots. Okay. Whatever. Okay. Runway 13, you said?
Yes.
Fine. It really doesn't affect us for this, because we don't have anything to deal with. We just have to change what our turn is first, so. SID. Let me see here. Runway 13. Okay, fine. Fine. Where are you at? LaGuardia 5. Okay, so in the case of 13, let's see. Well, we can do, there's like 4 different climbs. That's helpful. Okay. The Coney climb, turbojet climbing right turn, So 180 to intercept. Here I don't exceed. That's no. Upon heading 134, then left turn 050. Maintain 5,000. Maspeth climb. Right turn heading 180. Then right turn heading 340. Maintain 5,000. Whitestone climb heading. Right turn heading 180. Then left turn heading 440. Okay, so basically everyone wants us to turn south and then. This is really weird. Okay. What are we avoiding by doing that is what I want to know. The Flushing climb makes it look like you just turn right away to 050. But that's not what this says. Oh, no, yes it is. Okay. Alright, well, I'm fine doing the Maspeth climb, because that kind of takes us out and in the direction of where we'll eventually turn to Solberg.
Yeah, that's when you cross the
Yeah.
LaGuardia 220 radial and you just go direct Tilburg.
Yeah. Okay. Alrighty. So it's a right turn 180 and then 4.1 DME from LaGuardia, then right turn heading 340, maintain 5,000. Cross the LGA R220 at or above 5,000. Okay. So we actually need that the LaGuardia in there first then. So
Yep.
we will do, where are you at? 113.1. 113.1. And then 112.90. And then, where'd it go? 113.20.
Hey, Moose.
Yes, sir?
What is the river arrival for runway 01?
What do you mean?
What is it? Is it ILS, RNAV?
Well, it's not 01 would be the from the south. We're going to be landing from the north. We're going to be doing 119, I think it is, or 19.
Okay, then what's the river approach?
So it's there is a, I think there's a localizer, but it's an offset. It's not aligned with the runway. You basically fly the river until like just past the Pentagon, then you turn really sharply and land on the runway. Let me stand by. I'll show it to you. Hang on a second.
David, what are you flying today?
717.
Okay. It should be in there. And basically, you're flying a localizer inbound, and there are crossing restrictions based on the DME off of the DCA PR.
All right, so I'm pulling it up on the tablet right now, David. So here, this is the LDA Yankee for runway 19. So this is the 149 degree localizer path, but you'll notice the runway is, the localizer would go right here, but it goes through that restricted airspace of Washington D.C., so you can't do that. So you're basically coming down the river, and then at a certain point you are, and there's the crossing restrictions are. Well, actually, I don't see them listed here. That's interesting.
They're below. They're.
Oh, maybe it's on page 2 or something. Oh, no, there it is. I just looked right past them. Yeah, so you got it at Cruise, Mahdi, Mini, Jevga, and then Fly Visual. You're basically, if you don't have the airport visual by Jevka, that's your missed approach point. And then, because then it's Fly Visual down to the runway. So this area here, these are the arrows, this is where you're flying visual and making the turn manually to land on the runway. So it's a cool approach. And then you can also do it as the river visual, where you're visual the whole way, which you're flying these waypoints along the visual and using DME references and visual references to know when to go. So
That's probably what we're going to get, I think, based on the weather.
yeah, that's usually what we end up doing is the river visual, which is a lot of fun. So yeah, aircraft may visually follow the river to the airport or may proceed via the RNAV runway 19 approach to Seatalk waypoint, then follow the river to the airport. So, yep. It's pretty cool. It's a lot of fun. All right, I need to pull back up the. Actually, let me just do this. Flights, new flight from SimBrief. Yes, do that. There we go. Close that. Open charts list for LGA. SID. Actually, let me make sure, see if this is working. Haha, there we are. Alright, SID. LaGuardia. Okay. Alright, let me close the tablet. Let's go back here. So I've got all of our radios set. So this is LaGuardia VOR. This is the SBJ or SV, whatever it's called. Solberg. And then this is the crap, I can't remember what it's called. MXE VOR. And then this is the Washington, D.C. VOR, which is on the field. And we'll use this as reference for when we're crossing Binks. That'll be kind of when this is 360 radial kind of thing. What we can do down here is a tip I learned from Captain Tim is use these as references to set your headings that you're going to need to follow as a reference point, since you don't have the magenta line to follow. So we're going to do that. So our first, we're climbing, let's see, we're doing the Maspeth climb, so it's climbing right turn to 180 to 4.1 DME, and then a right turn heading 340, and we're going to cross the LGA 220 radial at or above 5,000 feet. So I'm going to set this down here to, actually, yeah, well, no, we'll set that on the thing, so I'm not going to worry about that. The next point we're going to do is SBJ. We're looking at, well, probably from about the 220, isn't it? Yeah, roughly. Let's use that as a reference then. Maybe not. There we go. And it's from Solberg, it's 237. Whoops. Too far. 237. And it's basically going to be that 237 all the way down. And then to MXE and Biggie. So we'll basically be maintaining that 237 until we get a radial hit from the DCA VOR. So just good memory item things there. All right. Based on that, we're going to do flaps 15. That's going to give us a V1 of 118, a VR 118, and a V2 of 130. We'll set the bugs. And our trim is going to be 4.87. So we will close that, and we will set our trim to roughly 4.87.
You know the shortcut on that, don't you?
I do, but I don't like it. I like doing it myself.
Okay.
It's more fun that way for me. Ground just gave you a squawk code of 1200. Really? They gave you the VFR squawk code? That's funny. That's hilarious. Okay, so let's see. Who's not? Let's see. Not XK. Squawk box. Show who's online. 1217. Let me just move this over there. William Clark? Really? Shouldn't he be hanging out with Meriwether Lewis and like heading west? 1217. All right. LaGuardia ground, American 1025 is looking for clearance to DCA.
American 1025, Due to a letter of agreement with DC Center, I have to give you a different routing. Do you want to take that, or do you want to fly the stop?
Well, it depends on what your different routing is. Just keep in mind I am slant whiskey, so... Let's watch the wheels turn.
1025, the route is Biggie J75, Mike X-Ray Echo, Victor 378, Bravo Alpha Lima. That's acceptable.
Yeah, we can deal with that. Yeah, I think we can deal with that for American 1025.
Okay, American 1025, you're clear to the Washington National Airport via the Goldman 5 departure. Radar vectors Biggie J75, Mike X-Ray Echo, Victor 378, Bravo Alpha Lima, direct. Flying at SID, expect flight level 220, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency, correction, departure is offline. Squawk 1105.
Alright, and we're cleared to Washington National via the LaGuardia 5, Biggie J75, Mike Echo X-Ray, Victor 378, Bravo Alpha Lima. Expect climb via the SID, expect flight level 220, 10 minutes after departures, and departure frequency offline, squawk 1105 for American 1025.
American 1025, you're back correct. Push start your discretion, advise ready at taxi.
Alright, push start our discretion, and we'll call for taxi for American 1025. Alright, so a little bit of a change in the plan here, but not too much. Let's go ahead and set our squawk code before I forget to do it. Where you at? There you are.
He tried to give you the Goldman 5, by the way.
Oh, he did?
Yep.
Yeah, I just ignored it, and I read back LaGuardia 5, so you can deal with it.
I like it.
What is the Goldman 5? That's an RNAV. I can't do that. I am slant whiskey, sir. Yeah. There's no one going to be online to stop us anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Affirm.
Let's see. 1105. They can't stop all of us. Hashtag Air 51. Alright. Let's see. Let's go ahead and turn that on. And I think I have to go... Do I have to do anything up here with the Mode Charlie nonsense on Xbox Box? I don't remember. Well, I don't see it, so maybe I don't. Do I have to enable Mode Charlie somewhere on Xbox Box, or does it just do it?
I think if you flip over to altitude on your transponder, it picks it up.
Okay, that's what I was doing. I just want to make sure it's picking up. Some aircraft I noticed in P3D do it, but some don't, and so I just without you see the Mode Charlie on vPilot activate, and so you always know if it worked or not. But yeah, anyway. All right. So we're going to be basically the same as we were planning until MEX. Then we're going to go to Baltimore. So I'll get that en route. We'll deal with that. No, it's been too hot lately, so I'm flying hatless. We're trying to keep myself from sweating uncomfortably in here. This whole weekend. In fact, there's a heat advisory warning at Fresno area all this weekend because it's supposed to get up to like 112 on Sunday. So yeah, yay. So translation, stay inside. As long as the air is working. In which case, get in your car and drive around the block with the air conditioning running. Okay, let's, I don't have any doors and hatches and things to close, but we do need to turn on the, this guy, the APU. So we're going to do that. I'm going to hold that until we see the exhaust temp move. There we go. That indicates a good start coming on. And once that fires up, actually while that's firing up, let's set up our better pushback. How about? All right, so we're sitting here. Oh, who is that? All right, so we're gonna go this line here, basically. Let's bring us back to roughly there. That looks good.
Ground to cockpit. Plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you are ready.
Told you no 717. Oh yeah, how come I don't see it? Are you like above me? Oh, yeah, you are. And it's a 737 from my perspective, but yeah, that's fun. Just hanging out in space. That's nice. All right. Okay, so we have our APU running by now, I would think. Yes, we do. We're gonna switch this over to APU source. Close the generator. And the ground is disconnected now. Good, okay. And we have air there. We're going to turn the packs on, gasper on. Beautiful. We're going to turn our fuel pumps on.
Fourth Doctor, mic check, 1, 2, 3.
Hey, Fourth Doctor, how's it going? 5x5, sir.
All right, thank you very much.
And apparently we're
Got
only
me a
going-
new headset, so now I can talk.
Nice, sounds really good too. Kevin, how's it going? Kevin! It's like a Macaulay Culkin moment. Okay, that's running. Let's disconnect the GPU and air carts. Do not need them anymore. I don't care anymore. Whoa. All right, let's turn the beacon on. And we are ready to push. So, let's see, how does it, oh yeah, I can call the ground this way, that's right. I might have to do it twice. Sometimes I'll do it
Ground to
twice. Oh,
cockpit.
there it is.
Tow is driving up.
I love that feature. I can just do the ground call and they come. He came out of the building! It's a land shark. He's going into another building. Alright. Oh boy.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
It's a myth? What? Something supervisor just said it's a myth on Vetson. I'm not sure what they're talking about, but weird. Okay. What did he say? Ready to connect or ready for pushback? Not entirely sure. Kind of looks like he's ready to go. Oh no, he's raising us up right now. You raise me up.
Tow connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
It's the Rothmeister. Those ghost tugs and X-Plane concern me. I know, right? Alright. Brakes released.
Starting pushback. And you may start engines.
Yes, I may. Okay, so we're going to do the... we're going to turn the packs off. All the bleeds are open. And let's start number 3.
Starting number 3.
No, that's ignorant.
That's never getting old.
I think I just found a new sound effect I need to add to my board.
That's ignorant.
No, the
Oh,
although that's ignorant is a good one too, actually. Is your face track jittering? Face track? What does that mean?
when you turn your head, it kind of jitters.
Jitters? Like my head jitters?
Spazzes out. Like, da-da-da. If I were to put it into words, it'd be that. Da-da-da.
Okay. Da-da-da. Alright, looks like we got a good start on number 3. Let's go ahead and start number 2. Or number 1, rather.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
Brake set.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Actually, no, McConnell. It's basically, it's rocking out, so it's headbanging. It's in headbanging mode.
Play Night at the Roxbury. What is love? Baby, don't hurt me.
It's been a long time since I've seen that movie.
Right? I broke the window again. Ah. Alright, looks like a good start on number... Yeah. Now we're going to start number 1, and we're going to start number 2. That little cart of bags thinks he can block me in. It's his feeble Area 51 attempt.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the left. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
Oh, I see what you're saying, McConnell, yeah. I'm not sure why it's doing that, because it's not jittering for me in the sim. That is very strange, though. It is jittering when I do that. Look at the 737 now. Whoa! Yeah, that's very strange. If I do it this way, see, if I do it this way, it's smooth, but this is really slow. This is using my pan tilt on the joystick. If I could speed this up, I would prefer this, because I'm used to that, but I can't seem to get any faster than that without it being wonky. So, that's kind of weird, though. Alright, so we've got good starts. Whoa. Helps to... Yeah, okay. Let's go ahead and we need to align our generators up. And so we're going to select Gen 2. Synchro the generators here. There we go. And Gen 1. There we go. Synchronized. Pack's back on. We'll close the center. And we will kill the interconnects. Low cooler to normal. And we can turn off the APU. Bus ties set back to normal. And yeah, I'm only going to 22. Let's set that to 6. Gear doors, tails. Okay. Cool. Information mismatch. I know. What type of music are you? I'm a person. I'm not a type of music. At least last I checked. LaGuardia ground, American 1025 is ready for taxi.
American 1025, LaGuardia ground, verify squawking mode Charlie, and are you get past that west wind 17 from you?
Oh,
I think we should be squawking mode Charlie now, and I think he's right off our left wing here. There's kind of an elevation issue, so it's kind of hard to tell.
Okay, if you're able to get by, then American 1025, runway 13, taxi via Golf, Papa, hold short, runway 22.
1-3 via Golf, Papa, hold short, runway 22 for American 1025.
LaGuardia ground, Delta, correction, Northwest 111, spot 34.
I'm not the only one that does that. That makes me happy.
Northwestern 111, runway 13, taxi via Victor, Bravo, Papa, hold short, runway 22.
Victor Bravo, Pop, hold short of 22 for Northwest 111.
What was that?
He's still leaving LaGuardia.
We're just leaving LaGuardia.
Alright.
Taxi via Golf, Papa, hold short, runway 22.
So-
You doing the river approach?
So pay attention, you guys. Yeah, gonna do the river approach.
Yes.
That's okay. Wait, I gotta check my map and make sure I'm doing this right. Taxi, airport. You said Golf Bravo. That's oh, okay.
I haven't even flight sending, I don't know, it's been a week and a half or something.
How do you survive?
How do I survive? I don't know, man. We have BBS this week, so...
Yeah, ours starts ours starts Monday, so.
Oh, yep, so no streaming, I guess, at all next week.
Well, no, I'll be streaming.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, I'm amazing.
Wow. When is your VBS? During the day, or?
It's in the morning, yeah.
Oh, okay. No, that's just
Yeah.
So just basically, I worked and I made my way straight there. And,
I gotcha. See, it helps that I work at the. Wait a minute. Did I just go the?
Oh, that's it. Alright.
I'm really confused how this is working here. This is like a stupid intersection. Oh, that's okay. Yes, okay. I'm like coming out. I'm like coming out right where like 18 taxiways merge together, so I'm trying to make sure I'm on the right one. This is Golf, okay. And there's 22. We're gonna hold short of.
Hello, Shade.
Your project fly date is not showing.
Oh yeah, I didn't do it. Let me.
1025,
Yeah, I'll get it on there.
Continue Golf, Papa.
Oh, really?
Cross runway 22 at Golf. Continue Golf to Papa for 1025.
You could always ask for progressive taxi.
I could. American 1025, we'd like progressive taxi. Please, short and simple instructions. We are mentally slow. Yeah, let me get Project Fly up in a second here before we take off, I think. At least I'll try.
West wind 3565, cross runway 22 at Golf, continue Golf, Papa.
How you doing, Sean?
Northwestern 111, cross runway 22 at Papa, continue Papa.
And it's Northwest 111, we'll cross the 22.
Yeah, I was letting Moose know the project fly date. It was not updated.
There you go.
Or maybe fly live, whatever it is.
Oh, yeah, Fly Live too, actually. I didn't do
West
any.
wind 3565 at Papa, give way to the 727 right to left in front of you. You'll be number
Different
3.
today, Moose. Is it just because you're missing the hat, or is it
American
wearing...
1025. New York Center's offline, no further HC available. Screen exchange uniforms approved. Good night.
Alright, we'll switch over to Unicom for American 1025, thanks. Good, let me sit here for a second.
Northwestern,
Unicom hasn't cleared me.
111, you're number
That's
2
right.
behind the American 727. New York Center's offline, no further HC available. Screen exchange uniforms approved.
You have a good weekend, or a good weekend, and stay cool over there. We're already in the count. Northwest 111.
Dispatch, fly now. KLGA, KDCA, 1025. fly. Come on, baby. There we go. Alright, there we go. Project fly's up now. How accurate it is, I don't know, but it's there. Beacon, strobe, navs are all on. We're gonna do, yeah, okay, here we go. I should also put the flaps down, that would help. Flaps 15 coming in.
Flaps.
Ah!
You give your call out of 3 when you get a chance there, Moose.
Will do.
It's in the jitters, huh?
What about the jitters?
I was wondering if you were seeing the jitters.
Oh, no. I think that's just me moving around. Okay. 4.1, 2340, okay. Oh, dang it. It's going the other way. Hate that. 3, 4... 0, there we go. Okay. Here we go.
Knots. B1, rotate.
Always dips down on me right away. I don't know why. Positive rate, gear up. And we're going to turn to 180.
Captain, can you tell me when you're passing?
They give you a call through 3 there, Dib.
There's 4 DME, we're turning to 340, and we're passing 3,000, Captain Tim.
Okay, Northwest 111 on the roll, 22, or correction, 13, LaGuardia.
All the way up to 22 now, since we don't have anybody. fine.
And Northwest 111 is through 3.
That's 3565 on level 1.
It's monitoring. Okay, above 10,000. Landing lights coming off. Taxi light off. So it should have already been on. Turn that off. Light on. Seems to be okay over here. And we'll change this to climb. Herbmon 44, hello, and Poplin, good to see you, man. Sorry, a little busy on takeoff there, so I had to kind of ignore chat for a moment. So we're climbing out of LaGuardia in the 727. Headed to DCA. There's Newark down there. Are you getting ready for a new flight simulator for next year? Yeah, Microsoft 2020. Yeah, we'll see what that looks like. I'm curious, to be sure, but we'll see what happens. We will see what happens. Let's see. I needed to check. Yeah, I do. We'll see if it bears out in reality, though. Let that change. I seem sad? No. No, I'm in a very good mood. I don't have the hat today, and that's just simply because it's been 1 billion degrees here, and keeping the hat off helps keep my head and the rest of my body cool, so that's the only reason. Debating to get Xbox or a new laptop for the game. Yeah, Moose is crying inside. I don't know why I would be crying inside, but okay. Tears of joy, maybe. The parking lot project is just about over and it looks great, so yeah, no, It's probably just you can see my eyes for the first time because the hat normally shades everything, and so you can't see me. So it's like looking at me like this, like I'm like being under the hood. Why won't you do some orange juice with ice? That might help you go. Well, no, I drink plenty of fluids. It's an issue of airflow. I'm one of those people that kind of naturally runs hot, and so and the air conditioning in this particular room is not the greatest. The vent is right over there, but it's not very powerful. The one in my room is really awesome, but I'd much rather have that to sleep with than I would to stream with. So anyway, so I've got a ceiling fan going over me. I've got a fan over there, and but with the hat off, it just allows the airflow better. So I find myself getting hotter with it on when it gets really warm. And it's supposed to be like 109 or something like that today outside, so it's gonna be heat wave. Give us a little bit of extra power here as we're trying to finish our climb. Actually, we're over 19,000. We need to switch to standard here.
I'm just leveling at 260.
Copy. All right, there's the VOR. We're gonna 244. Coming up on our cruising altitude here. And our clouds changed. It's a bit more cool. My air conditioning still works in the vent, yeah. Alright, we're at cruise. So we'll set that. Alright, 112.90. I'm going to set 113.20 here because we're picking up MXE already.
I'm overhead Big B at 260.
Copy that.
You know, they say if you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all.
Sim Captain Mike, thank you for the follow. Welcome aboard.
Sorry. Yeah, keep going. I don't know where that came from. Go ahead. Oh, I think there's a K in Knucklehead.
Speed you gonna cruise that day, Mike?
I went 2-2. He gave me 2-2 as a flight plan thing, so I was like, all right, I'll just go there. I felt that was probably more realistic anyway for the short hop.
Yeah, I was asking about the airspeed. I'm sorry.
Oh, airspeed, about Mach 0.8 or so.
Okay, what are you showing on your fuel burn?
Trying to stabilize it right now. Well, I'm still working on getting it to stay where it is, but right now we're right around just under 3.
Okay, I'm back at 2,000 pounds per hour.
Got it.
Just a shade over a Mach 0.8.
Yeah, I'm pulling it back right now because it was going past it, so it'll probably be closer to that once I get it stabilized here.
Flying the 100 today?
Yeah.
Oh, my man. You got your tanks to engine set?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, we were equal across the board to start, so made that decision easy.
Yeah, normally on takeoff you got the manifold all, but then
oh, I got you. And then
in the
set
air
it.
you flip it to yeah.
Got it.
And you get your pressurization set flight, set of ground?
Yes, I did do that.
I think we're good to go then.
All right. Did you get a chance to see your recent videos? Be glad on feedback. I have not. I did not, Pavlin. I will check those out. But this, like I said, with the parking lot stuff, this last 2 weeks, it's been all I can do to like come home and not just die when I get home. Sleep. So, yeah, no, I will be checking these out. I saw you were posting some, so. Clouds just went away. Okay, that's awkward. So I don't like about that, but there's some goofy things with X-Plane and weather and stuff. They still have not figured out how to do well, and that's one of them. Some turbulence? Turbulence? Appears to be. It's kind of cool. heading for Baltimore at this point. Need to watch tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll upload my new video that features the quality wing 77%. Oh, cool. This will be extensive. Filled with nice views. Nice. Very cool. See, this absolutely drives me nuts. I gotta get Swift figured out. Let's see here. Yeah, I might just try that. See if that comes alive at some point. A little more turbulence there. "38 miles to Baltimore." What is this game? Hey, Fly Purdue. How you doing, Pete? This is X-Plane. I know it's odd. This is what I don't like about X-Plane, is the random weather injection suddenly, and then gone, and then back. They need to figure that out. Do a barrel roll or something. Oh, Fly Purdue. Yeah, it's because the way that X-Plane forces it to interact. It's not like, ugh. They gotta get a better way to do that. It's gots to get better. Alright, I think we're gonna start going down, because we're gonna get to Baltimore and we're gonna need to be down. So let's see, don't do that. Let's put this down to, let's put that down to 10. And let's go highest hold, altitude, below, goes to back. Atlanta Center? That doesn't bother me. Oh, did you try to post a link? You gonna be streaming it all today, Fly Purdue? Oh, you put too many dots on the thing? I gotcha. It's a little bumpy up here today. It's a little bumpy. What's the what's our altimeter setting for DCA? 3024, so pretty much what it was in New York. Damn, did that just flicker completely out when I did that? Oh, it did when I go... Oh, that's not good. I wonder if that's because it's the full screen. Okay, I'll fix that. I didn't realize that was happening. Alright, 3024. 3024. By the way, we're on descent now. And 3024. Because the FPS drop. Yeah, I know. I don't do P3D in full screen either. I do it in windowed, and I use a program to mimic full screen, so you don't get the menu bars and stuff like that. So X-Plane, I was trying something. I messed with that setting the other day, and I don't remember why. Let's pull our speed back a little bit here. Oh, there it is, Georgetown NDB. All right, we're going to fly toward that. What's that, 25, looks like? Somewhere there. How can I see my FPS and P2D? Is there a way to do that? Yeah, hit Shift Z and it comes up here on the top. You may have to do it a few times. I don't remember. It'll show you different stuff every time you hit it. It was like 3 different settings and then off. But yeah, basically that. Okay. Let's pull up the, what is it? This is the Washington. Yeah, here's where we're going basically. So we're headed toward the Georgetown NDB at the moment, roughly. There's Reagan there, so we're going to come up the river here and come down. So actually, now that I've got the river in sight, we're going to go this way a bit more and lose some altitude. Go ahead and kick those landing lights on. This is your first time doing river approach?
Yes, sir.
Nice. Yeah, it's a fun approach. I'll still watch just without sound for now. Okay. Sounds good, Pablo. I think that might be Captain Tim up there in front of us. I think he got ahead of us. Oh, I got a few people actually. So I don't know who those people are. They're over toward Dulles, so they may not be a factor.
We've got some traffic in the area.
Yeah, I see 3 of them at 12 o'clock. They're ways out, though.
So all this approach just follows the river.
Pretty much. Pretty much. Yeah, I know. There's the river there. We'll turn around and line up with in a second. Yeah. Fix what camera bug? You talking about when I do this and do something? Oh. That's got to be the full screen thing. I think that's got to be part of it. Because that is, yeah, you're right. Every time I move the camera around, it's just jerky and nasty. That's weird. Alright, we don't want to get too close to Dulles here, so I'm going to turn. Going to pretty much do a 180 here, back toward the river. Try to slow us down a little bit more. Pull a Sully and land on the Potomac. All right. So flaps 5. Try to slow us a little bit. just gonna follow the river on down.
Die! Die!
We're a lot closer than I think we are. Yeah, we are.
Oh yeah, you gotta be a little bit lower than that.
Yeah, we're actually closer than I thought. That does not help. Get that thing out of there. Blocking my visual range.
So dark, David. So dark.
What do you say?
Just dive without the V.
Oh. That's rude.
1,000.
It's okay, David. That's why we love you.
400. 300.
100.
Sink rate. Sink rate.
50. 30.
Sink rate.
20.
Yeah, it's a bit high.
50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Eh. Ow! That was not good. That was not that pretty.
No,
At Reagan, it really is.
Yeah, right? Yeesh.
Luton.
Alright, American 1025 is clear of the runway. Oh, we didn't even do that. Oh well.
I'm about 30 miles northwest of the field.
Okay.
Ooh, we get to see Tim land.
Only if you got swim flippers and you're sitting in the river.
That's right. I always have swim flippers on. You know this. That's how I walk around. David Rothmuller with the win. Were you the only entry? I think so. We're just going to park it right over here. Yeah, so David wins by default because he was the only one that guessed. There can be only one. Okay. Spoilers are still down. Alright, parking brake set. Let's get our external power turned on. And connect. Oh, external, there we go. Alright, and cut the engines. Miss Moosestaffa, that's okay, Con. We're doing another one still. We're going to go up to Boston now. The Rothslander. Gotta do what a David would do, follow the river. What? Let's see. So that should be off. That should be off. Those can all be off now. There we go. Turn the squawk mode off. Window heat will stay on for the time being. Fuel pumps can go off. That can go back to ground mode. Interconnect. And hydraulic interconnect. Ground off. All right, welcome to Reagan. Albeit an interesting landing, to be sure. Tim is... Actually, you know what? While we're waiting for Tim. Tim, how far away are you at? Are you right now?
20 miles out.
Okay. I'm going to disconnect
I'm
from...
coming before you.
Oh, where are you at, Rothner? Oh, that's probably him right there. All right, let's see. Can we look at other aircraft? Is that a thing? I can do an X-plane? I don't know how I would. Yeah, I guess not. That's kind of lame. There's someone else sitting over here.
I think there is somewhere.
I thought there was a way to do it. I just don't know how. You would think it would be something to do with in a squawk box somewhere, but who's online? Update weather preferences. And in view, I only see track weapon, free camera. What does free camera allow me to do? Well, it goes anywhere I want. Alright, we'll go this way. I can go over and see Rothmuller. Try and land his bird. Which one is the... Is it this guy? I think it's this guy. Ba-ba-da-ba, yeah, okay.
I think right there's good.
Yeah, I think so. I'm just gonna... Like we're looking on the ground level. There we go. Alright, so I think that's him. So, Rothmuller, don't be fooled by the other runway, by runway 15. Like,
Where's David anyway?
I think this is David right here. I think. I'm not...
Doesn't do squat for me. What's his DME off of
Oh, I have no
KCA?
idea. I have no idea. I'm just looking at lights in the distance. He also doesn't appear to be moving. So I don't know what's up with that. Not sure what's going on. Oh, now he's moving. Okay. Yeah, because the river can fool you and make you think that you're going to land 1.5, and then you realize, oh no, that's a short runway. That's not what I want. Bish fell for that. That was funny to watch. He turned way too early because he thought he was lining up with 1.9. He was lining up with 1.5. His first time doing the river visual. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, he's got to be just a few miles out. He's pretty close. If that's him. Oh, and I think there's Tim coming in behind. So I think you guys will be good. I think. Yep. Now I got
Yeah,
his
I'm
data.
following the river.
Yeah, I've got his data tag now. It is him. All right, Rothmuller. Seems to be far. Yeah, well, he's still a little ways out. Yeah, part of it's just perspective. No pressure, David. We're all counting on you. It's here on Moose Cam, that's right. Looking good, looking good. Oh, little floaties. Come on, bring it down, bring it down. Nope, stop. There we go. Hey! Got it down. Oh, I think. I can't tell if that's an elevation issue or... Oh, no, that...
I was a razor sharp focus.
Yes. All right, well done, David. You got it down. Look at that. Bravo. All right, now it's time for Captain Tim, who's lurking out there, it looks like. Yellow data tag is hard to read. Yeah, northwest, yeah.
We're off the runway.
Cool.
Yeah, coming up to Crystal City.
Copy that. We're waiting for you. And Pavlin comes in to round out the Michael Jackson references. Look at that.
Oh, I almost got a landing rate as good as yours.
What was your rate?
188.
Nice. Nice. Yeah, negative. Yeah, I assume. Positive 188. I can't from underneath.
Nice.
Alright. Comes northwest of 111.
It's a real pain to do single pilot.
Yeah, it is. In the 727 especially.
Came up and over Key Bridge.
We've got you in sight. Now you're flying a 727 as well, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah. So pay no attention on my screen to the fact that it looks like a 737. Because I haven't got my model matching stuff sorted out for the X-Plane yet.
So you should see my DCA. All of it is just, there's nothing there except for the getaways.
Really? Uh-oh.
So I'm trying to figure out where I'm parking right now, and I can't really tell.
Must be some pretty strong wind.
Now, see, this is just dumb. How is there an elevation issue? We both have X-Plane. what is this? It's got to be Squawk Box just being dumb. Well done, Captain Tim. Well done.
Thank you.
Okay, so we are going to now go to... Actually, before I do that, I want to see if I can figure out this this nonsense, because this is jerky stupid, and I don't like it. Yeah, I'm not even going to mess with Squawk Box matching, because I'm switching to Swift, so that's not even going to be an issue. Let's see. Let me see if I can figure out what's happening with my... Because I think I
So what was your landing rate, Tim?
Full screen. Yeah, let's not do that. Do windowed. There we go. That's better. And now if I click over here, it doesn't go black, does it? No, that's solved. Okay, so it was the full screen nonsense. Okay. So let's see. Can I do borderless on this now? There we go. Yes! Okay, that was the problem. That was the problem. Okay. Okay. So we fixed that. We're going to go to Boston. So let's do our flight planning for that. So let me get up here. Sim brief. And we'll bring in the tablet. New flight. We're going to still be American 1025. This time KDCA to KBOS. Alternate is JFK. And we're just going to choose the 727-200 again because it doesn't know any better. And let's see, for passengers, oh, that's fuel. That's not what I want to do. Empty. Random. Okay, we're gonna have 86 this time. Going to Boston. So 86. Cargo. It's going to be 7,500 pounds this time. A little heavier on the cargo. 7.5. And zero fuel weight is 115.1. There we go. Alright, what kind of route is it giving us? Holy moly, okay. Alright, we don't have any ATC this time, so we can do whatever the crap we want. So it's, okay, let's look at Navigraph here. DCA, open charts. SIDS, first of all. We have only the one, yes, the National 7 is the only non-RNAV, which is go forth and go where you want. Okay. So, runway 19, climb, DCA 185 to 5,000 hertz aside. Easy peasy. Alright, so I think what we'll do is we'll do that and go to our MEL, which is 113.5. And then from there we can go to Westminster. Well, actually, let's just go to Westminster. Why do we have to go to our MEL? We'll just circle around. So Westminster, this is EMI 117.9. So we're going to do... it's going to kill all this, but... So that's EMI. And it was one, actually... Oh, it's the route. It's wanting us to come up, and what is this? That's like Robbinsville area. Are any of these... No. Sticky, huh? Oh, Woodstown. Okay, so OOD. Alright, so let's do this. Let's do EMI to OOD. Can I do this? EMI. Oh, it still deletes it. Okay, fine. Screw it. Oh, there's Robbinsville. So let's do EMI OOD Robbinsville to JFK. Where's Robbinsville? Oh, there's Robbinsville. Okay. We're just going to eliminate J22 though. So we're just going to go direct to JFK. And the Roebuck 3 is probably RNAV. So let's see here. KBOS. Star Roebuck 3, yeah, RNAV. Okay. We have the Norwich and the Gardner. Let's look at the Norwich first. Norwich, we got one from Kennedy, so we can do that.
Did your Streamlabs spot go AWOL again?
I don't know. Is he not working? I don't understand why he shuts down all the time. I don't understand. Yeah, I don't know. Stupid.
That's the one that handles the gamble, right?
Yep. All right, so from Kennedy, yeah, so we'll do the Norwich 7 arrival. And can this handle?
I guess I won't go all in.
Apparently not. All right, so what's the identifier? ORW7? JFK ORW7. Whoops, why did I space that? There we go.
Hey Moose, hey Kevin.
I did
Kevin.
spell
Hey,
it
Sean.
right, didn't I?
Hey Crypto.
Howdy doody, Tutti Frutti.
Did you call me Tutti Frutti?
Yes, he did.
That I did.
And you will not object.
Oh my god.
Okay. Alright, I think that looks good. So we will say generate.
How long? Do you already land or no?
We just landed in DCA and now we're heading to Boston.
Oh, we'll pass each other then.
Where are you at?
I am coming out of New York Liberty for DCA.
Oh, Newark. I heard New York Liberty and it's very confusing, but yeah, Newark Liberty. Gotcha.
Also, be shooting the river visual.
There, it worked
so.
that. I don't know why it didn't work the first time.
Oh, it is working now? 330, huh? Okay. An hour in flight. I'm going to copy this for my own edification to Sky Vector. Let's see, paste.
Well, that's it for me, Moose. I'll catch you next time.
Alright, see you later, man.
See you, Sean.
KBOS. There we go. Whoop. Okay, cool. Alright, sweetness. Let's turn the tablet back off. And that's all set to go, so I can just close that. Oh, no, it's not. I need to know how much fuel I need. Ha ha ha. Fuel, 25,347. Wrong. Oh, there we go. Fuel. Let's see. Right now, it put it as empty, so let's see. Fuel weight, 25. Let's see if I can get close. That's pretty close. Then we'll just go. 25, 560. Yeah, close enough. 25.5. Good enough for me. Alright, so our gross weight right now is 140, and our maximum landing weight is 137. So we're over our max landing weight right now, but we should burn that off in fuel by the time we get to Boston, so that should be an issue. So that does mean, though, if we have to come back to the field, we are going to be heavy, so without dumping fuel. So, alrighty. Coolio. Alright, so let's set up our radios for the appropriate stuff here. So our first one out of DCA's Westminster, it's 117.90. So 117.90. And then we got Woodstown. What are you doing in here? Oh, let's stop climb. Woodstown is 112.80. And then we got Robbinsville is 113.80. JFK is... did you literally put the airport, not the waypoint? Come on. Come on, dude. Don't be that guy. You're gonna be that guy. You're a jerk. Alright, fine. Well, I'm better than you. JFK is 115.9. Alright. And our initial headings, we're just going to fly to EMI, so that doesn't matter. We're looking at a heading of 91 to ODD. So we're going to set 91. And then we got a heading of 57 to Robbinsville. '62 to Kennedy. And then it's the approach, and we'll deal with that. Alright, so we'll set that first. Set that first over there. Go. We're on Unicom. So that's correct. That is set fine. 5,000 is our initial climb. Let's change this to boarding. Turn those guys off at the moment. We're going to set a new squawk code, so we don't have anybody here, so we're going to set 2200. Jack center's up. Okay. Doesn't matter to me. Doesn't really matter to me. Okay. What flight would you like me to see do with the A type of it, even if it's not existing in real life? Oh shoot, I don't know. I'll think about it during cruise. Right. All right. Well, let's set up better pushback. How about box better pushback pre-plan? What in the name of all this holy? Okay. Actually, you know what? Let's do this then. It's got some weird placement here. Let's just go like this. That's good.
Ground to cockpit. Plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you are ready.
Alright, we will call you through the menu when we are ready. Let's better get the APU running here because we're going to need to have that to push back. There we go, that's starting up. We're going to set 330 here and 8,000 feet. Packs are off at the moment, okay. That's connected, that's all fine, good. Ground off, okay. And it's also, yeah, I know, shut up.
Never.
We know you don't shut up. V1 125, VR 125, and V2 is going to be 137 today. With flaps 15. And I think we is ready. Let's set, oops, let's start, that's not what I want to do. Close that. Set that to, oops, APU, there we go. Alright, let's disconnect the externals. And we'll get some air running for the passengers while waiting for the tow to come up. And let's call for him.
Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
Alright, here comes the tow. Oh, we need to change project flight, that's right. So we'll complete the flight, complete. Create new booking. We're going from KDCA to KBOS. Manually, we are still AA 1025 5. Just going to use the FedEx 72 because we can. Booking dispatch.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
Oh, bug. I don't care about that, okay. Copy. Paste. And fly live, set flight. KDCA.
Tow connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Alright, Project Fly and Fly Live are updated. We're going to release the parking brake.
Starting pushback. And you may start engines.
Fantastic. Alright, so we're going to turn off the packs. And we're going to start number 3. On for number 3. What's the screenshot command in X-Plane again? I can never remember.
Say again?
Screenshot command?
Oh, print screen? I don't know.
Oh. Well, you're no help.
Why did the aircraft seem short and stubby?
Because it's a 100.
Operation complete. Set parking brake. Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Starting number 1. Starting engine number 1.
Tow is disconnected and bypass bin has been removed. Hand signal on the right. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
Thank you. And we're going to start number 2. Okay. Our engines are started. We will switch those off. Close the interconnects. These are still synchronized apparently, so that's good. Go. Power's on. Packs come back on. Those 2 guys can go off. Pass that over to flight. Let's turn the APU off. And we will open the manifold so all fuel is flowing. Normal on the oil cooler.
I would have flown the Mad Dog.
What are you flying?
7-3.
Okay.
But there's a paint missing off the website.
I'll be quiet. I don't want to hear your negativity.
That'd be negative.
I hear negativity. All I hear is negativity.
All I'm saying is you haven't put the Westwood paint on the website.
all I'm saying is there's only one aircraft that's applicable to fly on 727, and that is the 727. So that's all I'm going to say about that.
That you still need to make a Westwood paint screen for.
Well, I don't know how to explain aircraft yet, so that's a whole other issue. All right, here we go.
Is it, who is it who's done Westwood paints before for X-Plane? Who is it, David or something?
I think Rothmuller did the 737, the Zeebo, I think.
Yeah, so I think too. It's like, let's say like, you probably Probably very easy to do.
Then you do it.
Yeah, yeah, missed it, Moose.
What'd I miss?
I powered back from the gate instead of using better pushback.
Oh.
Because we can do that in the 7.2s.
That's true, you can.
And the Mad Dog. Hey, I see you down there.
And we're
Moose.
number 2 behind Moose.
Copy. We got a friend down there. Looks like he united somebody. A united somebody. I want to be somebody.
We lose David?
I don't know. It's not on TeamSpeak anymore, so very possibly. He said he was going to be off and on because of a driver's ed thing or something, so.
Oh, David on the road, huh?
Apparently.
Oh, God.
It's a good thing I'm all the way up here in Fresno, not near San Diego.
Wait, he's in San Diego?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
So he's closer to you.
Yeah. Oh, boy.
Oh, boy, indeed.
I'm your first line of defense.
That's right. He'll hit you first, and that's how I'll know to
Yeah.
run. That's how I'll know I'll go to Canada. Blame Canada, blame Canada.
Well, that was totally random.
Yeah, well. I said Canada and that popped into my head. Doesn't take much. Doesn't take much. That'd be hilarious. I just realized I should try and change the sound set in this plane, so the outer marker does the Michael Jackson instead of the typical beep.
What?
Oh, that'd be hilarious.
That would be really funny.
Why?
Because I can. All right. I see nobody on approach, so we're gonna go ahead and line up. Strobes coming on.
The internet is a completely different culture, isn't it?
You said it. Everything here is immediately followed by sarcastic comments and nasty responses.
Yep. We're finally where we belong.
Thanks, Stakes, for the sub. I appreciate that, man. Welcome to the Moose Crew. Just in time for takeoff from DCA in the 727.
I wonder if I'll beat Tim inbound, because I'm about to hit my U-turn point for the river visual.
We'll see. Alright. Flaps coming in. You know what I didn't check is my 570. Oops, that's not helpful. helps us set the trim. All right, here we go. Stabilized.
N1 of 85%.
What was that?
N1 of 85%.
Yeah.
80 knots.
I was at Expo. That's correct, Stakes. Were you at Expo?
B1. Rotate.
Pause. Right. Gear up.
Give me a call through 2 there, Moose.
Will do.
200?
No, just 2 feet.
Oh, right.
I think we were at the Tapatoro dinner. Oh yeah, I was there. What's your what's your name in real life?
And social security number.
Yeah, and date of birth, address, you know, the usual stuff.
Mother's maiden name, yeah.
Yeah.
Credit card numbers.
Things like that.
Everything the Airbus would ask you.
That's right. No, the malware bus would ask you.
And then it calls you a retard.
Yeah, well. Well, if you give it that stuff, then you kind of are. The same table as Max, Puck, just on the end. Oh, okay. Yeah, you were across the room from me, because I was over on the other side. Awesome, man. We're through 2-5 now, so you're good to go.
Okay, Northwest 111 rolling.
Where's that at? Oh, keep turning, please. With Jordan and Alex, yes, I think so. I was sitting right next to, I was right next to Garg. He was right across the table from me.
You know, they say if you can't
I was
say
in the
anything
corner.
nice, don't say anything at all. I'm sorry. Yeah, keep going. I don't know where that came from. Go ahead. Oh, I think there's a K in Knucklehead.
Pseudo Simmer, how's it going? I love the 727. It's such a fun aircraft to fly. I just wish I had better flight controls for it, because the setting for my CH, just I can't find a happy place for it because it's only a 45 degree in each direction. I'm waiting for the honeycomb. Waiting for Das Honeycomb. There we go.
Yeah, you both have TCAS.
Copy. Oh, I wonder if that's you. What's your call sign?
Westwind. I'm flying the Westwind number.
Oh, okay. Where'd he go? I can't tell. I can't tell, and I'm losing control of my aircraft to do it. goes back to that. That's in flight mode. Flight on. Good dude. Yeah, so I was on the, so you know where Nico was sitting, kind of right at there were basically there's a big U of tables. Nico was on the table that was kind of perpendicular to your table over there by Puck. I was at the end of that table on the outside. So basically catty corner from Nico. And then Guard was on Nico's end on the far end. So yeah, I was huddled back in there. So yeah, it's good times. Yeah, I really can't wait till we get to Expo next year in Vegas. I love doing Expo. It's so much fun.
99% sure I'm going to that, so we can
Awesome.
meet up and
Awesome. We'll definitely meet up.
hit up a buffet or something.
That's right. So bring your
Yeah,
bring your credit card. Bring all your money in a bucket.
I'll treat you guys to McDonald's, anything off the dollar menu.
There you go. We'll call it the Kevin buffet.
You could find a McDonald's.
There should be one over there, I think.
I'm sure there's one somewhere. It's probably in a casino somewhere.
Circus.
Yeah. Alright, landing lights are all off now. We are 26 miles or so from EMI, 25 miles. And then our next point is going to be ODD, which we've already got here, so we're ready to turn there at that time. 91 is roughly going to be our heading, so as we get further up, that'll come down, so that makes sense. I do like the brightness in X-Plane of the sky and stuff, but they gotta get the weather figured out, because just the popping in and out is not acceptable.
An active sky?
Yeah. Well, it's because the way active sky is forced to interact with X-Plane, it doesn't... There's no, like... It's not possible to do smooth injection, at least not right now. So... I'll just speed up here.
This is weird, because I've never noticed it.
Really? Yours doesn't just, like, change all of a sudden?
Not that I noticed.
Oh. Yeah, mine just did it again. All the clouds just kind of reset, and they all disappeared, and they came back in different places. It's really goofy. Okay, we need to set 2992. And I can't see that one. 2992. There we go. Let's check on our pressurization, make sure it's working appropriately. It appears to be. That's good. Actually, we got a little bit more in our center tank at the moment. I'm going to go ahead and burn. Oh yeah, no, that's right. We're going to burn just out of the center tank for a little bit so we can equalize those a little bit. Editing the cruising views will be long, probably 15 minutes, but still listening to you. I hope I will be able to come someday, but it's not going to be soon, probably. Yeah, no, I understand. For those of you outside the U.S., that's a bit of a harder challenge, but ooh, the Real Queen DD just landed in Discord, whoever that is. Flight level radio, thank you for the follow, by the way. When did that happen? Oh, 9 minutes ago? How did I miss that?
You were focused on something else.
I guess. I'm sorry, flight level radio. Apologies, sir. Hopefully you're still here. Didn't mean to ignore you. I didn't even hear the alert, apparently. I heard the last one I remember was the stakes alert for the sub. I is sorry. Oh, there's our turn, so we need to go that away. 91 approximately. And we need to switch to that. That's why.
I see that correctly, that you can now print the approach plates off a Navicraft?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't, is that like a update someone printed out or something I passed out?
I don't know, I just suddenly saw a print icon, and I'm like, wait a minute.
That's cool.
I don't know if I was looking at the right thing, but...
Well, I'm going to check that myself here in a second, once I get this navigation thing stabilized. Pseudo Simmer says, yeah, you can print them. That's pretty cool.
Well, you think Jepson would be all over that?
You would think. Of course, as long as they're still not for legally for what it's called then. Which I'm sure that's the loophole they get. They gotta just plaster that on the bottom, not for real flight. Don't know how they got around the copyright, but hey, be careful. You go through ink like crazy. Oh, I know. Well, I don't even have a printer here. I used to print stuff out like that, but I've got a tablet now, so I do everything digitally. So, yeah, it's not really an issue for me. But that's cool if you're going into a situation where you're not necessarily going to have access to the tablet or the internet or whatever. So, like you're going to go do a level D type sim or something, you can print stuff out ahead of time and clip it to your kneeboard or whatever. So. Switch that back over to nav.
And level flight level 2 now.
Copy that. We're just passing 2-8.
What are you cruising at?
3-3. You have 2 computers. The first one has 2 monitors. So yeah, and the one I'm using has 2 monitors, so I really don't even need the tablet a lot of the times. The tablet just kind of helps keep things off the other computer if I need to. So. Weather cycling again. Cyclical weather.
I don't know why mine doesn't do that.
Yeah, I would love to know why, because I'd love to get mine to not do that. It drives me nuts.
Yeah, but we like it when you're insane.
What'd you say?
So we like it when you are insane.
I figured. Just waiting for me to do a stream in a straitjacket. Like, watch me, like, nudge the controls. We are 37 miles from ODD, it looks like, and then and then Robbinsville, 113.80 is next. SideQuest, yes, this is X-Plane. This is the FlyJ Sim 727 in X-Plane. Flying out of DCA for Boston at the moment. I gotta say, the sound pack for the 727 is fantastic. My biggest gripe with X-Plane at the moment is the weather injection, is what we were talking about with regards to using, what do you call it, Active Sky. It just kind of all of a sudden happens, and so it really kind of is lame. And the other thing I don't like is related to my controls, because trying to find the happy sensitivity medium for mine is have not found the place yet. So it seems really sensitive and then really not, back and forth. It's just goofy. But most of that I think is because I've got a yoke that only does 45 degrees in either direction, whereas the sim is expecting something that goes the full 90 in either direction. And so you have to use these curves to kind of make it, you know, not uber sensitive in the beginning or whatever. And so, yeah, it is what it is. I'm waiting for that. When the honeycomb yoke comes out, finally, that'll help, because then that'll go a full 90 in either direction, the full 180 degrees. And that'll be nice. Much more use to P3D. What do you mean, much more use? Not sure I understand the question there. Oh, I'm like used to P3D more? Yes. And the way I have it curved in P3D with the FSUI PC, I'm used to how those controls feel, so it feels different when I get into X-Plane. And in an ideal world, the controls would feel very similar, so it wouldn't be a back and forth. And that'll probably be the case more when I get the honeycomb. But right now I'm still using the CH and it's limiting. So yeah, it is what it is. Dial up RTW and FSX. What is that? How did you like the feel of the honeycomb of the Expo? Oh, I loved the feel of the honeycomb of the Expo. It has a fantastic feel to it. It's got the full 90. It just feels good. It feels. It's got actually a good amount of tension on the fore and aft, like pushing forward, pulling back, and it's very smooth. Very smooth. Oh, real-time weather. I got you. Yeah, no, the honeycomb's real nice. The throttle quadrant for the honeycomb, the Bravo throttle quadrant, is also really cool. It felt a little on the flimsy side in some sense, but they actually warned us and said it was a pre-production model that hadn't been fully refined yet. So that was something they were going to be fixing on it, basically.
Yeah, I like that you can configure it with reversers and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's got the reversers built into it. They actually work. It's got tons of buttons. It comes with all of the different controls, so you can do 4 engines, jetliner. You can do the prop and the fuel. All those little things are interchangeable and come with it. So yeah. It's not too bad. I thought, looking at the thing, it would be a bigger issue than it is. But those switches, it is a little odd of a placement for those particular switches, but I remember being there and thinking about that and going, it's actually not as bad as it looks in the pictures for those switches. So, but yeah. But no, it's going to be nice. So that one, unfortunately, doesn't come out until probably December or January of 2020. So, how's it going, Chris? Good to see you, man. Welcome back. We are cruising now, so I need to turn that down. Pull back our speed here, so we do about Mach 0.8. Past the station, moving Robbinsville. Robbinsville's 57. 13. There are 2 A330s at Corfu, really? Like in real world, like real life right now? Is that what you're talking about? Oh, on VATS, I'm kind of big for this field. Yeah, well, sim people sometimes just don't understand. They'll try to bring a 747 into a field that gets 737s at best. It's like, I can land on a 5,000-foot run. I'm like, okay. Good luck taking off from it.
Yeah, and then open a restaurant with it.
Yeah.
Be off the mic for just a bit.
Okay. Yeah, 747 landing at Eagle, exactly. Or Key West. Yep. Makes for a flight sim best, though, I guess. Alright, we are heading in the direction of Robbinsville at the moment. And next is going to be JFK, so I need to switch this over to that. That'll be 115.90. And it's about 65 miles to JFK. We're closing the gap on the, whoa. What's the speed there? Wearing the poop hat and trying to land sub 100. Oh, that's funny. Piston flight to Doha, yeah, exactly. That was good. Yeah, we'll do a. We'll take the Spirit of St. Louis from Los Angeles to Doha. Poop hat. Let's see here. Take a look at my arrival. So off of JFK, we're going to fly a 60 degree off of JFK. And we need to cross G-pole at or below 270. Ball at 230. And Providence at 11,000. What's the weather for Boston? KBOS. What the heck? Oh. Well, that's fun. Chris, if you're still here, yes, probably so. Logan, let's see, 110 at 16 knots. Alright, so... let's see. Let's see, 110. We could land on runway 9. It's, I don't know they even use that very often. I think we'll probably just land on 4. Do 4 right. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to plan on.
So what?
I'm going to land 4 right at Boston. Still listening to the ideas to land a big plane in a small airport is crazy as is dangerous. It might be awesome. Latest landing on some of the roads pretty terrible. I do not like challenges. Yeah.
What are you showing as winds in Boston?
110 at 16. What are you showing?
You're landing 4. Yeah, I'm showing 110 at 16. I'm landing 1.5.
Oh, you're gonna land 1.5? Okay.
Right. Yeah.
All right, I suppose. Oh yeah, I guess. All right, 1.5 it is. This captain hat is pretty cool to look at next to my name. Nice. I feel like I accomplished something great. Well, you did. Okay, so we need to go down because we need to be at 270 at that waypoint. So I'm going to set this. We're going to set altitude select. Capture. Alright, so G-pole is, what is the distance there? 15? Looks like 15 off of, to Kennedy. Yeah. And then,
yeah, I'm just overhead G-pole now.
Copy. Yeah, it does, and I don't know why. Captain Jim says it doesn't do that on his, which I need to figure out. I may need to like look at what his settings are in Active Sky. So maybe there's something I need to check differently or something, because I'm not sure why mine does it that way and his doesn't seem to.
Wow.
What?
So I just took fuel. Guess how much it cost?
For what?
For jet fuel.
I know, but for what? Are we talking about in the sim?
Yeah.
Okay, how much?
$2,966.47.
That actually sounds kind of low. How much fuel did you take?
I took 1,188 gallons at $2.50 per gallon.
Oh, 1,000. Okay, you only added 1,000 gallons. That's why. I was going to say, it seems like a small bill for a commercial airliner for fuel. Yeah, Active Sky is a third-party add-on to inject real-world weather.
We'd also be contract price. You wouldn't pay the ramp price.
Right, for the airline. Yeah, whatever you did with that. Blue Eye 7, long time no see. By the way, this is Blue. Oh, Blue Crayon 07. Gotcha. I had a feeling that might be you. It has been a long time, my friend. How are you doing? We just flew over JFK. Angle ourselves to go off the 60-degree radial. And at 15 DME, we need to be at 2.7, which is not going to be a problem because we're actually on our way down there now. I'm actually going to go ahead and set to 23, which is the next one. So we're good to cross at that point. I'm doing very well, Blue Crown. Doing very well. We're descending into Boston at the moment. for our final flight of the day in the 727 on 727 day. It's light when it's Alright, so the next waypoint we gotta match is the Norwich VOR, which is 110.0. So I'm gonna pull that up down here. Zero. It's a nice looking little Dash 8 there you got, Pseudo Simmer. What airport is that at? Kelsey, how's it going? They're doing, she's doing well. She's actually with a, well, there's a person house sitting for them right now. They actually just left Boston. They were in Boston this week. My parents were. They're going to a wedding in Wisconsin. They thought they would take a trip to Boston and see some sights beforehand. So they left for Wisconsin this morning for a wedding that's tomorrow. My cousin is getting married. I might have gone, but I've got VBS starting tomorrow, and with the parking lot project, that just wasn't in the cards. So, but yeah. But no, Katie is doing very well. Oh, it's a Majestic Q400. How do you like that thing? I've toyed with the idea of getting it. It looks like a fun aircraft to get. Starstream 737 and fly 737. Yeah. Surprised that you're not house sitting, but yeah, they've got a friend of theirs that that does dog stuff a lot, and so she offered to do it. So it's fine by me. PG of turboprops, complete systems. Yeah, it's a little harder for me to house sit on a like a small time basis, just because it's like uprooting my life to go over there and do that. Like for when I did it for my parents when they were in Europe, that was a month and a half, so it makes more sense to go over there and kind of plant myself and stuff. But the amount of time it takes to kind of do that just for a week's time is, I'm more likely to just go over there and take care of the dog. But then Katie's lonely during the day, and we don't want to do that. So you would like it being the assistant guy. Okay. Well, that's good. I'll need to get it. Yeah, I've heard really good things about the Majestic, so.
I liked it.
You have it?
I had it for FSX, but I haven't gotten it for E3D.
Oh, okay. Yeah, see, there we go with the weather weirdo-ness. All the clouds are suddenly gone, and then they'll probably populate back. Here they come. What's going on? Also, black box? Oh, okay. Copy that. If you get the Pro version, the shared cockpit is the best share I've ever used. Nice. Well, yeah, the only version I would get is a Pro. If there's ever options to get like different tiers of aircraft stuff, I always get the best one, because I figure why, I'm gonna want it anyway, so you might as well go for broke. Audio pack is paramount as well. Oh, okay. Is that something you get from them, or you get it from somewhere else? The audio pack. DME. I'm gonna turn to the Gotcha. I think the next one down is 11,000 at Providence. This is 115.6. Let's set that as well into the upcoming. This is 110. That's odd. I have the DME for Norwich, but I don't have the... Oh, because I don't have it turned on. That's right. Stupid man. Okay.
$30.19 for Boston altimeter.
Thank you. So 11,000 now.
You have to wave to Kelsey over Providence.
I know, right? Been flying her all day around the Mediterranean this morning. Fun. You say 3019 for the altimeter?
Affirmative.
Copy. That's right, we're going to be flying over your hometown. We are heading for Norwich right now, and the Providence is the next one after that. And, whoops, no, switch over that, switch over that. Yeah, we're about 57 miles from Providence, VR.
I'm 34 miles from it.
Copy. Did you just put a sandwich in your mouth when you said that?
Popcorn.
Ah, close enough.
Some sort of snack. Hey Cam Tim, what's your favorite in-flight snack?
Well, it depends what I'm doing.
Say for like when you're normal flights you usually fly.
Light snack or a meal?
Just like a normal, like a snack, not one of the in-flight meals.
Kelsey, what's the ICAO for TF to green?
As far as the snacks are concerned, I like beef sticks, and if I'm hungry, I'll grab a sub sandwich.
Nice combination. I know for me, it's been sometimes like when I've flown, it's always been either A, get really awesome, nice hot meals, or get some very lame sandwiches. But yeah, I'll have to keep an eye out for some of them when I next time I fly. I know Moose's is Biscoff's.
No, you're talking about
That's not my favorite. That's
stuff
just
on the
ace.
airplane, or are you talking about the stuff that I'd buy at the store to bring on the airplane?
Stuff you you bring your own snacks?
Or
I was asking like if you didn't have your own and like the airplane had to provide some.
oh, I like the omelets in the morning, and our we got a good what is that sandwich that they have? It's really good. It's like a turkey something or other.
Turkey Club?
Yeah, something like that.
I had that actually. It was pretty good.
So Kelsey, TF Green is actually where the Providence VOR is sitting. That's the field it's on. So we will fly directly over it in 37 miles. Is Providence VOR / TF Green Airport. So that's where we will be.
I'll be the first one over there, Kelsey.
Yeah, Tim's gonna hit it first. How far are you from it now?
15 miles.
Copy. Alright, we'll set 3019 on the altimeter. And 3019. Go. Alright, we're basically flying over Norwich right now. So now to Providence. 6. Next is 74 degrees out on the Providence VOR for 15.8 miles, which is the Cran point. Where are we going if we're cross landing 15? That's the question. Let's say no. Where are you going after Providence there, Captain Tim? Oh, I see. Landing all runways except. Okay. Just to read the. Oh, I know what I'll do. Okay.
I just noticed something very funny about GSX. So all the new people who got updates for like the drivers, the tow drivers, all the tug drivers, and those the ground handlers, all that stuff. They didn't do pushback Steve.
What the heck does that mean?
The guy who usually walks along next to the tug.
I don't understand. What do you mean they didn't do him?
They didn't update him.
Oh.
He looks the same.
Oh. Oh, that's cool, Kelsey. Got some plane spotting in over by Newark. Put the landing lights on. Preparation to dive below 10,000. So after the Province VR, we're going to fly 7.4 radial, 15.8 DME. That'll take us to Cran, and then we'll head up to Boston, and we'll basically enter a downwind for 15 and then swing around.
Yeah, that's my plan.
Should be crossing over the field here in just a second. Providence, that is.
Yeah, I just crossed the bridge.
There it goes. We're going to take 7.4 now. So hoping to get your 1 year with you today. Probably get it tomorrow when you're not streaming. Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
Unless Moose decides to randomly stream tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Who knows? You never know what could happen.
I think if I fly tomorrow, I'm playing at the 7.4.
Yeah, I did that yesterday. I enjoyed that. I do love the 7.4.
Yes, I'm taking it tomorrow.
What are you taking tomorrow?
7.6.
Taking up a 172, and we're going to try and follow the Union Pacific Big Boy on the railroad tracks.
Oh, cool.
I wish I could join you for that. That sounds like so much fun. I'd bring my camera.
No kidding.
Where is that you doing that over? Is he by Chicago somewhere right now, or are you going over to like Cheyenne?
No, he's over in Chicago.
Oh, he is.
Chicago for the next 2 days.
That's cool. Because they used to run him between Denver and Cheyenne for some event, didn't they? Like once a year.
I think the Challenger or the Big Boy?
Maybe it was the Challenger. I don't remember. It was some very large
the Big
steam
Boy,
locomotive.
This is the first time they've been over here.
Oh, okay.
4014, which is the one they restored, is just out of fresh eye restoration.
Gotcha.
Big Boys and Challengers just always tackle the Wasatch Grade and Sherman Hill.
Yeah, the Big Boy is a sight to see. That thing is massive. Pseudo Simmer wants to know, Crypto, when you two are doing a shared cockpit in the Q400.
We can dispatch. You gotta plan it out. I need to get back in the queue. I really gotta learn more if it's autopilot and it's a full FMC.
Oh, nice. Alright, heading down. We're going to cross below 10,000 here in a moment. We're basically heading toward Boston right now on the Boston VOR. We're about 24 miles or so. I've got Captain Tim in front of me. I can see out my window there at my 12 o'clock. And once we get close enough to Boston, we'll go ahead and turn and we'll do a downwind for runway 15. Turbulence.
All of a sudden, I'm running into a thunderstorm.
Yeah, that'd come back up. I didn't do that. What did you say about a thunderstorm?
Running into turbulence and a thunderstorm.
Oh, except I've got clear skies right now, according to my weather.
Me too.
Clear air turbulence. That changed. My goodness. Let's see here. Approach for runway 15. What's the ILS frequency? 110.7 and 149. Oh, I think I see the airport. Yeah, quite a bit of turbulence going on right here, jeepers.
Yeah, I'm nailing it too.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think I see the airport. I don't know. Maybe. trim wheels working overtime. Geesh.
No, this is nuts.
I know, right? What the heck? Stupid Boston. It's gonna be difficult. Nice, Pseudo.
Kelsey getting any rain?
I don't know. Kelsey, what's the weather doing for you right now? Oh, now there's clouds all of a sudden.
News, I'll catch you later.
Alright, see you later, man.
I'm gonna keep streaming though. I'm gonna hop on and talk with Mike for a bit over on Discord.
Gotcha.
Well, it's smoothed out.
It smoothed a little as soon as I started to make the turn, but now it's kind of doing it again a little bit, but we'll see. Oh,
I'm
inner
about
mark.
10 miles out of the field, so.
Yeah, I just got the inner marker as I flew over it about 4,500 feet. Yeah, Kelsey says sun's out and blue sky.
She lies.
She's trying to trap us. Let our guard down. Alright, so 149. Switch over to the ILS. 1070. No lies, truth. Captain Tim.
Sweet set, and I'm inbound. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, let me know when you turn final. So, good to know.
11 miles out, turn 5.
Yep, I've got you off my 3 o'clock right now. So. coming round the mountain she comes.
And an 8 mile final.
Copy that. I'm turning final myself. Video ready to export. Landing. By the way, thank you for this vid because I appreciate your feedback. Sorry for being so annoying. No, not at all, Pablo. Not at all. Now there's Captain Tim on his final. We line ourselves back up with the runway. Alright, get your predictions in, guys. So the glide slope's coming in. Go gear down. Flap 15. That's weird. It's like the ILS isn't lined up correctly with the runway.
Yeah, it's a little bit off there.
I'm looking out the window and watching my indicator going, I'm going to stop watching the indicator because it's wrong.
1,000.
There's traffic holding short of the act, by the way.
Yeah, I see it.
I'm clear.
Copy that.
500. Light slow. Light slow. Light slow.
Hello.
Light slow.
Low and slow, not good.
Light slow. Light slow. Light slow.
Yeah, not 727.
Nope.
Power in.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm doing.
100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Yeah, nice. 54. Woohoo! Yeah, well, the weather's changing again. We are down. Thank you, Pavlin. Let's turn the landing lights off. And the strobes can come off. Whew. Thanks, Pavlin. Thanks, Pseudo. Appreciate that. And Pseudo Simmer gets the win. So you got 100 Moose Miles coming to you. Got to get 100 Moose Miles to Rothmuller for his guess on the last flag. Welcome to Boston. Let's go park our car in Harvard Yard. Boston skyline in the background there. Beautiful. Beautiful. KY Camaro, welcome back. That took me a second. I had to kind of like say it in my head. That's right. Where khakis can be the pants you're wearing or what you use to start your car with. Go get my khakis. That's awesome. Just trying to hit Mr. Texaco there. Is Texaco even still a thing? Is it still around?
Yeah.
Okay. We used to have a bunch of them in California. I haven't seen them in a number of years now. They all became other things or got eliminated completely. Turn the flight director off. Don't need that anymore, clearly. Clearly.
And I'm in his gate.
Okie dokie. I saw kind of where you went. I'm trying to follow you around there. Oh, there you are. There you are. Oh, no, that's not you. That's somebody else. Oh.
I'm in at Alpha 5.
Yeah. Oh, okay, I see where you are now. Yeah. You're just further around the corner. There's some old school Delta livery over here. The old, like, colorful flag tail.
The Aeroflot paint job?
Yes. That is a good way to describe it. There's Captain Tim, floating in all his glory, for reasons I still don't understand.
It's okay, Sharky. It's pretty cool.
So I am below for you, right?
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense. How are we different? We're in the same sim.
Did you do the latest upgrade?
I don't know. What? I didn't see X-Plane prompt me for an upgrade. So I thought I did.
You in the beta program?
Oh, probably not. That's probably why. That's probably why. There we go. Parking brake set.
Shift F1 will open the door in the back.
Does it actually open the door?
Yeah, Shift F1 does.
Oh, I was trying to figure out how to open doors in this thing forever. I could never figure it out. Alright, stand by.
It's just the DB Cooper door.
Oh, you can't open the side door?
No, the air stair at the tail.
No, I know that, but I mean, is there a command to open the side door too?
Not that I'm aware of.
Yeah, that's what I was telling. Alright, well, we'll open the DB Cooper door. Let's see, get the GPU started there. Oops. And we'll shift to external power. Engaged. And engines off. Turn off the beacon. Turn off the pitos. We'll put the hydraulic interconnect back in, and why do we lose the B pumps? Oh, that's why. And go ground off on the oil cooler. We'll shift that to ground mode. Open those back up. And that is not okay. Fuel pumps can come off. You said Shift F1?
Yeah.
Alright, let's see. Hey, look at that. DB Cooper door. Which they didn't model anything inside, so you see through the airplane, which is awesome when you look back there. What was that?
Don't be peeking up there.
Don't be looking up the 727. There went DB Cooper, that's right. He's escaped into Boston's aerodrome now. That's where he is. Alrighty, welcome to Boston. That is going to do it for us. That is 727s on 727 day here in July. We will see you guys next week. We'll see how normal next week will be with VBS. I hope it's normal enough, but you never know. Things happen. I'll let you know. But we'll do some more Truck Sim next week. We might do some more, what do you call it, Tower 3D Pro. Who knows? We'll mix it up. And we'll do some Flight Sim, of course. Of course. What is FNO next week? Let's take a look at that while I still got you guys here. I'm curious. USA.net. When it loads the events, that would be helpful. There we go. Let's see. It should be 8-2. Really? Yeah, 8-2 is Northern Migration. 23 Zulu, okay. So this is Friday Night Ops, Northern Migration, basically MSP, it looks like. Minneapolis.
Probably.
Yep. So with summer in full swing, the snowbirds are returning home to the land of 10,000 Lakes, Minnesota. Around this time, VATSIM controllers from across the country convene in Minneapolis for a weekend of Twin Cities VATSIM controlling for the second of two real ops events hosted by Minneapolis ARTCC. now its 14th season. Northern Immigration 14 provides comprehensive coverage of the ARTAC from Nebraska to Michigan and everything in between. For an event featuring Minneapolis-St. Paul International Airport. Cool. All right. Mini next week.
You know what surprised me?
Hmm.
I mean, a lot of things, but
yeah,
the Chicago Air and Water Show this year.
Uh-huh.
They're having the Red Arrows from England.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, that's cool.
They do a hell of a program.
Yeah, I'll bet. Looks like he's just landing, so he's probably done. Yeah, he's just finally coming in. I think I'm going to send you guys over to our good buddy John Fly, who's probably going to be on for a while. So let's go ahead and give him a raid. All right, guys, we will see you all next week. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Try and stay cool if you're anywhere near where I am. And we'll see you all later. Have a good one.
Take care, boys.
See you.